I'm Marissa Long with the U.S. Green Building Council, and I'm here today at Greenbuild 2015 with Debra Gondeck-Becker. She's one of the sustainability leaders for Honeywell, which is a leading technology services provider and also a platinum level member for USGBC. So Debra, thank you for being here with us today.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here, excited about the conference.
Yeah, it's always good for us to catch up, and
Yes.
Looking forward to hearing a little bit more about what Honeywell is talking about here at Greenbuild and some of the new initiatives that you have going on.
Well, as you know, we've been working with the USGBC for the last couple of years. Very proud about the LEED Dynamic Plaque. Was in Scott Mahesh's session this morning on some of the new innovations with the plaque, and really excited about bringing that to our customers that actually don't have LEED certified buildings today and help engage with that platform on real-time building performance. So also with the optimization strategies there, I think there's really some great features that we can do together. The other thing that we're talking about that we recently launched was our Smart Building Score. So Honeywell, as you said, we're a technology company, and we are really looking at taking technology and refocusing our efforts on connected workers, connected homes, and connected buildings. And when we leverage the technology that's within the buildings, we can start to then focus on the people in the buildings and their experience in the buildings, and that's where we're headed with connected buildings. And I think there's a great tie with the LEED Dynamic Plaque, because you need to engage those occupants and communicate with them simply to help drive and affect change. So our Smart Building Score is helping us do that. It's a simple baseline of buildings. We did a 500 baseline in the US, and it's looking at productivity, at sustainability, and then safety. And we did it in India as well earlier this year. And the interesting thing is that India actually scored higher than the US in terms of sustainability. The US scored higher in terms of safety. So, and it's a platform for us then to engage with our customers to help drive additional change, to talk about what they could do to become greener, more productive, and leverage some of the technologies that are in the building to drive that.
That's really interesting. And you talk about the people in the building, which is something that I think we've really seen a lot more attention to when we're talking about greening the built environment. What are some of the ways that we're helping the people in the building?
I think just simply communicating with them so they understand how their engagement and their actions are driving the performance of that building. That's what I love about the plaque, is the simple communication and the information. You know, normally the building performance data is held down in, say, a boiler room of a building and worked with technicians and facility managers, and this elevates it up to the occupant. And it's the occupants that I think are really driving the next level of change to ensure we have high-performing buildings. And then you need that easy way of communication as well, so that, you know, they understand it right away, right?
Yeah, people need to talk to each other.
Yes.
So, you know, we have a lot of young leaders here, and I know that you and I were at the Women in Green breakfast this week.
Yes.
And there's a lot of young women here. There's a lot of young professionals, college students who are volunteering and really looking for how they can make their mark in the sustainability sector and within the green construction movement. What is maybe some advice that you have for the young professionals of today and how they can be looking to a greener future?
Yeah, the Women in Green breakfast was fantastic, and I think one of the biggest things is to be a self-advocate. And at the breakfast, we were talking about the power of mentorship. And a lot of times women won't seek out a mentor till later in their careers, yet they become mentee, or they actually have mentees before they even have a mentor. So I would encourage young leaders in sustainability to look for people that inspire them, they admire their characteristics, and form a relationship and develop that mentoring-mentee relationship, and then continue to pay it back too.
Do you have a lot of staff at Honeywell that you work with, younger staff that you work with?
Yes, we have a Women's Information Network where mentoring is part of that, and we mentor people at all levels of their career. So it's not just new emerging leaders, but established ones as well, and it's building that network and encouraging. I think a big thing is that self-advocacy and putting yourself out there. So.
Well, Debra, it's a pleasure as always to talk to you. Thank you so much for being here with us at Greenbuild and for all that Honeywell is doing to make this world a better place.
Thanks, Marissa.
Thank you.
My pleasure.